Hold on, let's start over. So I get for him play. Oh my goodness. Alright. Double A Anthony Alfred here with you. We're going to do something cool here starting tonight. Starting tonight. We, myself and Kyle, starting with tonight's Raw, we're going to do our own separate Raw, NXT, Dynamite reactions right after the shows. We'll also do SmackDown, but because SmackDown's a 3-hour show on a Friday, the SmackDown reaction tape might drop either on Saturday or Sunday instead of Fridays. But Raw, NXT, Dynamite, we're going to do those usually right after the show separately so we can fulfill content. All right, on to Raw. And it's just quick thoughts. I think the big takeaway from Raw, obviously, is Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. I'm going to be honest. Because we have seen Evolution, this feels like Evolution 2.0. The intended goal of Evolution 2.0 is to elevate Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. The trap that this is falling into, a little bored. Part of it's heel heat, part of it is, they're doing their jobs as bad guys, but we have just come off of the bloodline of a heel faction dominating. And it doesn't interest me, to be perfectly honest. I guess that's my takeaway right now is, yes, Seth Rollins wants that power, and it's clear now. Like, the way this is setting up, why even bother with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match? I don't, honestly, not having CM Punk. You build a whole show up to have CM Punk in this match, and then CM Punk's not in the match, not in the Money in the Bank match, because he doesn't qualify because of Seth Rollins' group. I think it was a little counterproductive, because now you look at that Money in the Bank ladder match field, it's really, you have one heel who has to win the match, and then nobody else in the match matters. They're all nice participants, but nobody else matters. Why even bother watching when Seth Rollins should win that match? And to fulfill what he's looking to do and gain that power. So, I'm not thrilled about CM Punk now winning, because at least if CM Punk was in this match, was in the Money in the Bank, you had somebody, even if Punk didn't win Money in the Bank, because I still think the right booking decision would be Seth Rollins. Even if CM Punk was not going to win, him being in the match, you have a clear rooting interest. And now you take that away. Who knows? Maybe CM Punk will have a match of Money in the Bank. Maybe you put him in a tag team match at Money in the Bank with Sam, but probably not, right? So I think that was, they got to find a way to make Evolution 2.0. First off, Seth Rollins, this group needs a name. They don't have a name, so I don't even know what to call them other than Evolution 2.0. But Seth Rollins is no Triple H. Bronson Reed is a beast. Braun Breaker's a beast, but you got two juggernaut bodyguard type guys. You got two of the same stuff. You got two Batistas in there, as opposed to a Batista and Randy Orton. You got two Batistas in there, surrounded by, I watch Triple H. Seth Rollins right now, they're not. To me, Seth Rollins, he hates CM Punk. I think once he wins this Money in the Bank, he needs an opportunity to go all in on the heel heat. I said from the start, music's got to go, and they need a name. So I think that's the big takeaway from that. The rest of the show, the dog days of summer, right? Again, the whole show was built around CM Punk winning the main event. I thought, the crowd's hot when you're talking about, when you mention CM Punk, you mention main event Jey Uso, and you mention Rhea Ripley. Those three characters in particular, those three people in particular, they receive rock star type reactions from the crowd that nobody else receives. As far as Jey Uso, I do love the story that they're setting up. It looks like he's losing the title next week. But the way they're doing it, they're making Jey look strong. I have been, and look, last week he slipped up with his promo, but I have been very impressed. Even if this world title run ends on Monday next week, I have been very impressed with Jey Uso as World Heavyweight Champion. He does not feel out of place as champion. He receives rock star entrances, rock star reactions every time he is in the ring, every time he steps in front of a crowd, whether it's on the concourse in an arena, he steps through, goes through the stairs, interacts with a child. It's crazy. He's doing excellent work as World Heavyweight Champion. I'll miss it, but you're seeing the seeds playing. You're seeing everything kind of map itself out that maybe Jey, who knows? We'll talk about the tag team, what's going to happen on the podcast. Maybe he overcomes Gunther on Monday, but if he does, Seth Rollins is cashing in. We're getting a cash in next Monday to really get this thing rolling. But yeah, that's my thoughts overall on Raw. I thought the women's stuff is moving. You never know with Judgment Day. There's always, what's next as far as the, who's in, who's out. Obviously, Carlito. And we'll talk about the releases on our podcast. Our Truth, Carlito, a few others might be released by the time we get on the air Friday morning. So we'll talk about that. But yeah, overall, a show that had a beginning, middle, and end that was built around CM Punk. A nice debut for Stephanie Vaquer. And thank you, Michael Cole, for actually announcing the move that Booker T made, the Devil's Kiss. I was thinking, I said on the air, what is the name of the move? Yeah, it's great, it's popular. But what's the name of the move? The Devil's Kiss. So, thank you for that. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. And again, we're going to do this every Monday, Tuesday for NXT, Wednesday for Dynamite, and at 3, 4 in the morning on a weekend for SmackDown. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.